Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. I'm here with my friend Nick. Nick is a real estate developer, investor, and a financial advisor. So today we're going to be talking about real estate investing and specifically where to invest. So how should someone start in trying to determine the location where they want to invest?
Well, you know the old saying, Jennifer, location, location, location. I like to start with cities and neighborhoods that I'm familiar with.
Yes.
And I suggest that very strongly. You don't know if a place is crime-ridden,
Right.
and or has been a biological hazard in the past.
Yeah.
You know, there are two simple ways to find out about these things. If you're unfamiliar with a neighborhood, but it's adjacent to where
Right.
where you're from, you can call the city to find out what was there before, look at the old plans, and if there was an old dump on the property 70 years ago and they built a neighborhood on it now,
Yep.
it may or may not be the best place to buy a property.
Right.
And the other thing, when it comes to crime, you want to be able to buy something in a safe place. You want to go there, you're going to have to repair things. It doesn't matter what type of property it is. You don't want to get held up at gunpoint
Right.
in the process. I've sadly had it happen to friends.
Yes.
So you can call the local authorities, police and whatnot, and find out how many times any particular call has been made to that address or surrounding addresses and get statistics on that.
Right. Well, and one of the things I've seen is, you know, if you're looking to buy apartments, maybe near a college, or, right, like knowing what investment property and what's in that neighborhood and kind of combining them is really a big part of this.
Huge, absolutely. You know, if you're going to be buying out in the San Fernando Valley, it's one thing. If you're going to be buying in Beverly Hills, it's another. You're going to get a different type of tenant in Malibu as opposed to Newbury Park or Camarillo or Oxnard. So know your market, know it well, know the area, educate yourself.
Right.
The tools are there.
So it's not only knowing the property, but who are the renters or who are, you know, the potential users of your property, right?
That's true, especially when it comes to residential. Personally, when I'm been a one-on-one hands-on landlord in the past, you know, I've got three rules of thumb. You know, first, you got to have the credit.
Right.
Second, you got to have the money.
Yep.
Third, I got to like you.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have a relationship for a matter of years. It's
Correct.
not just, hey, let's sign this and
Right.
never going to see you again. That's not the case.
Right. Well, in California, in particular, with our rent control laws, I say that you've adopted a tenant when you bring them on because it's very hard to get them out in many cases. So
It can be.
you better have someone you can have that kind of relationship with.
This is true. I have found in other states, like Arizona, for example, laws are very different in California, far more geared towards the landowner as opposed to the tenant. So
that goes to location as
where
well.
you live, and then considering management fees, but whatever else, over there, I mean, you can get a tenant out in 20 days flat if they're not paying, whether it's commercial, residential, or otherwise.
We can't even get them served in 20 days.
It's
California.
it's painful just to hear.
It is,
But it's part of the business.
It is.
So something to consider.
These are all things you have to think about, right? Because if you have a residential rental in California, you're looking at, 6 months to get someone out. Can you carry 6 months of a tenant not paying?
Exactly.
Right? These are things that you have to plan for, or California's not the right place, right? So.
Agreed.
Well, so if someone wants some guidance, some help on figuring all this out, how can they reach you?
Absolutely. My name is Nicholas Hale, Nicholas, last name's Hale, Hale. You can reach me on my cell phone at 310-924-9315, or just Google me. I'm on LinkedIn, and I have a little financial profile you can find.
Great. So thank you for joining me, Nick.
Thank you for having me, Jennifer. Always a pleasure.
And thank you for joining us for this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends. We'll see you on another episode.